Hey, today I want to talk about a horror anthology film called The Mortuary Collection. It's directed by Ryan Spindell and it's a Shudder original. It's released, I think, in 2019, and this is almost a 2 hour film. And I have never thought that as a good indication for any horror films because I think that 90 minutes that's the perfect time for any kind of horror films. But I actually found some recommendation online for this film, and people were saying that it's quite underrated, so I wanted to just check it out. So I went with to see this film with a lot of skepticism because first the thing you have to know about me is that I love anthology films, horror or otherwise. Horror anthology is one of my favorite genre, but I also like other anthology films. But a thing that Eli Roth said had always stayed with me: horror anthology films are as good as its worst segment. It's like if you have 4 or 5 segments, but even if one falters and three are like top of the roof, but still you will not like this film. So with that, I have seen this film with a lot of skepticism because in recent years I've also seen a lot of anthology films which I did not like, and I just went to see this film, and I'm glad to say that it's a good film. I think it's one of the best anthology films ever, and I know that a lot of Hollywood directors have also endorsed it. Off the top of my head, I think Guillermo del Toro and Stephen King, they have praised this film, and I think that it's a very good film. There are actually 3 segments and an overlying plot about a mortician and a girl that comes to visit him, and this mortician just starts to tell stories to her, and through that we get to know, and the series unfolds as everything just happens and happens. And I think that a lot of things in this film work. First, the setup is a bit cheesy. Uh, just like the previous video that I trashed, House on Haunted Hill, that also had a cheesy set and a bad lighting. This film was also that, but it's not used that way. It's used in very clever way. They have 1950s, 1960s stages, and they are wearing like kind of modern clothing, and the set are all very shiny and new, which I do not like in a horror film. But that's not the focus of this film. The focus of this film is the actually what they actually phrased, the ironic comeuppance and a plot twist. Now, not every story has a plot twist, but it has ironic comeuppance and other things. And this is, I think, in a way, a very meta film. The mortician is telling a story as a storyteller, and whenever he's talking about in an omniscient sense, like stories should have a universal balance or stuff like that. And when the girl is hearing it, and she's us, and we as viewer, she's always trying to tell the mortician that what's wrong with an anthology story or what wrong with horror stories in general. So in that way, it's actually a very clear-cut dialogue. It's like what audience expects out of an anthology film, and the creators just replying back with a better answer. And I think in that way, it's a very clever choice, and that's why it works. And I think one of the things that all anthology films, or at least all good anthology films, try to do is just binding these stories together. I've recently seen another film which I hope to talk about someday that also had a binding story, but in the end I think it kind of fell flat, and I didn't like it because after some time you can see where the threads are being woven, and there's only so many ways you can bind an anthology story. This also has common characters throughout the story, but they do not bind it in a clear-cut way. They just bind it in a sense that we meet people and they're just part of our story, and then there's another story. One character who is a side character will get a main story in another segment. So stuff like that. That I thought was very intelligent. And as I've said, I was very skeptical to seeing this film, but the horror in this film is nice and it works. It just works. There are a lot of jump scares which I like because jump scares, even though it kind of scares me, but it really takes me out of the moment of the film. That's why Mike Flanagan is one of my favorite horror directors. Mike Flanagan doesn't use horror that way. He uses horror in a very subliminal way, which is very good, and this film has that. There are a few jump scares, but not at all. I think there are some jump scares that they used which they shouldn't have because it doesn't work that way. I think they try to do it just to make the film more Hollywood or make this film more traditional, but those are not the core part of the film, and that doesn't even matter in this film in a grand scheme of things. And so I'm finally very happy to see a horror anthology film that I can recommend to anybody, and I'd highly recommend you check it out if you are a fan of an anthology film or horror film or any kind of recent horror films that you'd like to see. and I give this film 4 out of 5.